Is it recording?
I'll say up in this corner.
Fuck you.
Graham, cut that, Graham. She doesn't know how to use the camera. Anyway.
It's a weird camera. Sorry.
Okay, episode 5, otherwise known as Han Solo's quest to get laid. I can't even remember how it began. Oh yeah, they're on an ice planet this time, because obviously the Empire fucked up the last planet they were on. I can't remember. Hoth. Hoth is the name of the planet they're on. Anyway, they're on a planet called Hoth. This is the new rebel base. Darth Vader has sent out probes to all planets to try and find them, and they're all just chilling on this planet. And it starts off Luke Skywalker gets captured and lost by a monster again, because that's all he seems to do. And Han Solo has to go get him, and I think maybe about a half hour of the movie is lost with this. They're like, where's Luke? Where's Luke? It's getting cold, we have to go out. And he's been captured by some sort of Yeti or something that's going to eat him, and it has absolutely nothing really to do with the rest of the story, I think. I'm not really sure, except to create some tension between Han Solo and Leia, because she's like, that's a different thing. Anyway. So yeah, the first, God knows how long of the movie is lost to Luke Skywalker being captured again. And they get him back inside, they make him all better, they're like, oh, there, Luke. And then the probe shows up, and then the story starts. And because Han Solo is really, really smart, he shoots the probe. So obviously, they're on that planet. So Darth Vader is making his way there. I was right, by the way, he came back. And I'm not really sure what happens then. They're evacuating, except they're not. And there's like big fucking, like those creatures from the Linkin Park video. You know, the ones with the big long legs.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's where I came in.
Yeah. And everybody's dying except Luke Skywalker in the plane, and he takes one down by himself, and Han Solo can't leave because his plane's broken. His spaceship's broken. Sorry, there's a hair on me. And but this is much more interesting than Star Wars. The evacuation sort of fails. A lot of people die. Han Solo has to pick up Leia because obviously she can't get her own plane because it's so dramatic and whatnot. And they all get off the planet. They're going to the rendezvous, except Luke Skywalker's going this way. Except, oh wait, him being captured by the Yeti did have a purpose in the story. Because he had a dream when he was knocked out, and it was Obi-Wan Kenobi being like, you need to go to this place and find someone called Yoda. So he tells nobody, so him and R2-D2 just sort of fuck off there, and nobody knows where he is, but they don't really care because Han Solo and Leia are all like, at each other. While going through an asteroid field, by the way, yeah, because they're being pursued by Darth Vader, so they're like, he'd be crazy to follow us in here, obviously, you know.
And they do anyway.
They do, and then they all blow up or something, and then they're making repairs, but then they have to leave the asteroid because they've parked on some sort of creature, as usual. Meanwhile, Luke Skywalker is again getting in trouble with monsters because he's like in this foggy area, and there's like the Loch Ness monster or something. And Yoda shows up, and that is not what I thought he'd sound like. I've heard so many people making impressions of him, and they are shit. They are shit impressions. Like, I was not ready for that at all. I was ready for how annoying he was, though. And
I didn't know he was crazy. Like, he seems to have a split personality. When he's talking about the Force, he's okay.
Is he, though? Is he really?
He's better.
Is anyone in Star Wars? I'm not okay after watching these movies. How are the people in these movies okay? Like, I'm just so angry. Like, but anyway, speaking of anger, well, what did you call that man again? That Han Solo was like, he's my friend, but I don't trust him. But he's my friend. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Lando. I do keep forgetting Lando. Lando was cool.
He had a cooler surname, but I forget that also.
I don't know.
They go to visit him anyway because their ship's banjaxed. They're being chased by Darth Vader and stormtroopers and bounty hunters and shit. Oh yeah, Boba Fett. Is that how you say his name? I had a toy of him, but I never knew what he was.
I just knew him as that guy.
Yeah, he's Australian because he's a bounty hunter. At least I thought he was Australian anyway. Lando is the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life, with his lovely big cape and his like ex-pirate backstory. He's just amazing. I love him. He's the only person in Star Wars that I like. Literally the only person, except Chewbacca. Nobody cares about Chewbacca. It's like, oh, just poor Chewbacca. Anyway, everything's kind of shifty, you know. They're not like, they have a bad feeling about this. And see whatever the fuck his name is, the golden robot.
C3PO.
C3PO.
It rolls off the tongue. How do you forget that?
I don't. Fuck off. I'm trying to work here. He gets exploded by some mysterious person who turns out to be Darth Vader because Lando has made a deal with him to keep him away from his interests, which I totally understand. He has a good thing going on, and you know, I would too.
He runs a...
Yeah, he's the
planet?
only character in Star Wars that makes sense. He's like, sorry friend, fucked you over there. Like, I was like, yeah, good job, Lando. And their ship's getting repaired. He's been blown up. Chewbacca's trying to put him back together while nobody is listening to Leia. Yeah. So, and then Lando's so kind about screwing them over that he takes them for dinner with Darth Vader. And he's waiting. Yeah, it's a very big reveal. Ooh. And so they get captured. Han Solo's getting tortured for no reason. They're not asking him any questions except maybe in the 80s. He looked hot being tortured. I don't know.
They didn't even show him being tortured. They showed a little bit of screaming. And
Yeah,
when he
there was
came
like
in,
some
his
like hot
shirt
thing.
was okay.
Yeah, his shirt. Yeah, he was like, oh, I feel terrible, but he's like, oh, I'm so pretty. So I don't know what the point in that one was. And then Darth Vader spends a lot of time trying to figure out exactly what his fucking plan is. I don't really know what's going on. He keeps changing the deal. I don't even know what the fuck he was trying to do. I can't summarize this bit because he changed his mind so many times. I'm not too sure. He was selling Han Solo to the bounty hunter. Then he wasn't. Then he froze him in carbon. And he looked really funny actually. That was pretty cool. This movie did not go well for Han Solo. He didn't get any. He got turned into a giant rock. Meanwhile, Luke Skywalker is fucking up his training and Yoda hates him and he's really annoying and he's upside down again. And he fucks off in the middle of his training despite the many, many warnings going, we can see the future, this is a bad idea, listen to us, we have seen this. And he's like, but yeah, it'll probably be alright. I'm gonna go say he had because the Force gave him a vision of Han Solo and Leia in some city in the sky.
Which we didn't get to see.
Yeah, no, he just sort of mumbled it. He was like, oh no, I saw a city in the sky, my friends are going to die. I must like, yeah. I don't understand Luke Skywalker. Nobody does. He doesn't. No, it's just, I don't know what he is or what he's supposed to do. But he has a dead guy and, you know, a 800-year-old being who has trained many Jedi telling him this is a terrible idea, but obviously he thinks he knows best. Well, maybe the dead guy doesn't know best. I mean, he got himself killed, so maybe don't listen to him, but listen to Yoda. But he doesn't, and he goes to Lando's place, and it's all a mess. He still sells Han Solo to the bounty hunter, even though he's a slab. The bounty hunter seems okay with this. I don't know where Leia and Chewbacca and Lando are being taken, because Lando's up to something, and he's just doing a lot of expressions at computers, so I'm not really sure what he actually managed there. Luke Skywalker bursts in, messes everything up, just destroys the entire plan. They leave him there. Lando and Leia and Chewbacca escape on the whatever Han Solo's plane's called. I forget. And Millennium Falcon. And see whatever's what's his name?
Lando. Sounds like
not Lando. The golden robot.
C3PO.
C3PO is tied to Chewbacca's back because he's in pieces.
And he's got a foot.
Yeah, he's got his feet hanging out of his face. It's beautiful. Comic relief. And I'm really not. It's all such a mess.
Mm-hmm.
It's not much happened, but it happened so messily. Luke Skywalker's messing everything up. He goes exactly into the room that Darth Vader wants him to go in because he's a fucking twat. He doesn't get frozen. He has like a GTA 5 online glitch and flies into the air for some reason. He loses his hand, goes all Maedros from the Silmarillion. That's pretty cool. I like that. That was funny. His hand falls into a big pit.
That.
What? The Silmarillion?
Yeah.
Maedros is an elf. Sauron cuts his hand off. Not Sauron. Anyway. That doesn't matter. We're talking about Star Wars here. Shut up. And, see, where the fuck was I? What have you done? Oh yeah, he got his hand cut off. I am your father. No. Lots of that. He jumps into the pit after his hand because he needs that, you know. And there's a lot of physics making no sense when he's falling down that pit, and then he's like hanging off the underside of whatever building he's in. I don't know what building. He doesn't know how the fuck that happened or why there was even a big giant pit. What is that for? Is it a garbage chute? Oh yeah. Han Solo's plan to get away from the fucking Empire in the asteroid thing ages ago. Like, we are trash. We must join with the trash.
It made me want to punch myself in the face.
When he joined the rubbish.
Yes.
We are rebel trash. That was funny. Oh, poor Han Solo. He just ruined his entire life from the second he met those people. And I don't really know what Leia's purpose for the rest of the movie is, except they seem to have created one female character to serve as the love interest of the main characters. Brother. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I'm pretty sure they're brother and sister. I heard that somewhere, so I'm just kind of like, ugh, this whole time watching the movie.
I've seen the thing.
I think it's them. See, I know bits and pieces. I know that I have a bad feeling about this. This is not the blank you're looking for. Someone is brother and sister, and they just should not. They should stop. And I can't remember what the other thing was.
Darth Vader is the father.
Darth Vader is the father. I knew that. And that was that reveal.
Who's the white guy?
Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, the Admiral's like
brought him in.
The Admiral's like the Emperor like requests you make contact with him, Darth Vader, and Darth Vader goes into the room and he's like, "What is your bidding?" Whatever, and she screams, "Moisturize me," because he's ruined. He's just too much time in the sun, you know. And Darth Vader's little room of solitude where he just sort of chills in this big dome thing and just closes it when he doesn't want to talk to everybody. I identify with him. I like Darth Vader. But anyway, he's jumped out of a spaceship to get away from his father, who's chopped off his hand. Leia, Lando, and Chewbacca collect him. Han Solo's still fucked. There's some weird shit going on between Luke and Leia still that I don't like, because I think they're the people who are related. And really, it's just a giant custody battle. Darth Vader just, he wants his son back. Father's rights, And the end, I think.
But there was also that part with Darth Vader talking to Luke.
When he's in the ship?
With the Force.
Oh, yeah. It's like, he's like, "Son, come with me." And he's like, "Oh, Daddy." And he's just chopped his hand off.
Which he got back really, really quickly.
Oh, yeah. Robot hand. As you do. Luke Skywalker, he makes no sense. I don't know what. He doesn't even know what he's doing. Nobody knows what he's doing. Maybe it's supposed to be like that, trope of like the tortured character who has all these mentors telling him what to do, and he's like, "No, I must shape my own density." He's gonna shape his own density. That's what Luke Skywalker's for. The end.
Are you ready for episode, 6?
I don't want to do this anymore. Someone help me. Make them stop.